it to the gym. We're gonna go train some shoulders, quick shoulders. That'll work 3 o'clock. We do 11. Yeah, work boots.
I'm feeling kinda horny. You can come on over and I break you off. And if you can't fuck that day, baby, all my real dogs still kick it with me.
Work, baby.
Player. Nowadays it pays the
What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Big Ty Russ coming to you live and direct here today, training some shoulders. Warm up every workout with dips and pull-ups. Helps me get loose. Those who've been following me know that's something I've been doing for years. Uh, it's something that I'll probably do for the rest of my life because it helps me warm up, my upper body, and really helps me just get my blood flowing throughout my entire body. Pull-ups have always been my favorite exercise. Ever since I was 3 years old, doing pull-ups on the monkey bars. So I like to warm up with all pull-ups and dips. And then here you see me warming up my shoulders. This is something I also do before every workout. I like to warm up my shoulders with the dumbbells. Um, First person I've ever seen do this was Dorian Yates, and I've been mimicking this ever since, and it's been years, and it helps me warm up my shoulders and just get the blood flowing within my shoulders and my upper body as well. We don't have a lot of time today, um, but I wanted to give you an inside look at a normal day, a normal training day, because truth be told, there's a lot of videos on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and 90 I would say 97% of the videos that you see are extremely edited. There's like a lot of music in the background, and the heaviest sets are being shown, and the guys are coming out of the shirts super ripped. And that's not pretty much what I don't want the world to think that that's what normally happens on an everyday average workout, because it's not. Um, so instead of adding like music to this video and stuff like that, I just decided that I would do a voiceover and just give you a raw inside look at a normal workout, which actually is a rushed workout for me because I had to get my ass to work. And like normal folk, You know, I had to get to work. I do have a regular job that I work 8 hours a day, sometimes 16. Uh, and this was one of the days that I actually got to the gym kind of late because I was up late the night before, just doing some editing on a few projects that I'm working on, doing some writing and some reading and stuff like that. So I had a late night, and then it kind of forced me to get a late start to my day. So usually when I have late starts to my days, my workouts and stuff, I usually just try to throw like a lot of supersets and a lot of giant sets in my workout, you know. And I'm gonna be honest with you, on days that I'm pushing, like where I know I have to get my ass out of the gym, I have to get in and get out, I'm not really in there looking to build anything. Mostly those days are just like maintenance days. Like I'm just looking to pretty much maintain what I already have, you know. The days that I have like 2 hours to kill, or like I can get in there and really, really get after my workout, those are the days that I really go in and I'm looking to gain. So I'm trying to break my muscles down as much as possible. With the workout that I've done here, I'm just trying to pretty much maintain. I'm not trying to set no personal records. I'm not trying to, you know, go in there and impress anyone or lift the entire gym. I'm just pretty much trying to maintain what I have, get a nice pump, you know, and get my ass to work without being late. So here you see me doing dumbbell presses with the 100-pound dumbbells. Uh, don't get it twisted. It took me a long time to work up to be able to do the 100-pound dumbbells without a spot. And here, as you see, I like to do them controlled. I don't like to rush. Um, those that know me know I've had a shoulder surgery a little under a year and a half ago on my left shoulder. So, I had to pretty much be smart with all of my shoulder training. I can't just go in there and try to annihilate my shoulders. So I train pretty smart with shoulders. I try not to go as heavy. Also, one thing that I learned in my years of bodybuilding is the shoulders are a very small muscle group. You see a lot of guys going extremely heavy on shoulders, and you don't really need that. Being a bodybuilder, you really don't need to go lift 1,000 pounds to build muscle. You just need a nice, decent amount of reps. You need a nice, decent amount of reps, and you pretty much need correct form. I mean, really, form isn't that important. Like everybody tries to, you know, talk this shit about how important form and technique and, all this nonsense. But the truth is, what I found works for me is, as long as I'm not hurting myself, if I'm moving the weight and I'm targeting whatever muscle group that I'm targeting and I walk away from that set and I'm not hurt, then it was a good set. I'm not looking at what the next man does and, because he believes my form is off, then my form is off. Man, fuck that. I'm doing it how it works for me. You know, I've been training this body for a long time. So I personally believe no one knows this body like I do. So you have to do what works for you. If the form that you're doing is working for you and you're building muscle and you got a nice pump after you finish and you're not hurting yourself, then fuck the textbooks. Do what you got to do. Because at the end of the day, those same quote unquote gurus and bodybuilding kings and form kings and all of that, if something actually does go wrong in your regimen and you may end up hurt or something like that, those same guys or girls will not be in the hospital with you when you're nursing injuries. So you have to learn your body. You have to learn your body. You have to know what works for you. And you have to tweak it to a point where you perfect it, you know. And that's pretty much my advice on form. You know, I was at one point, I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those guys who was preaching form. You know, make sure your form is right, make sure your technique is right. But as I've gotten older and I've gotten more, you know, into the sport of bodybuilding and I'm learning my body more, I'm learning that, man, a lot of that stuff is BS. Do what works for you and, you know, fuck what everybody else say. And I mean that, you know, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. That's just my approach on it. That's my take on it. That's what works for me. So here I am training rear delts. Like I said, I like to do giant sets. This is actually a giant set that I did. I did three sets. Try to get about 15 to 20 reps each set. Not super heavy weight, just heavy enough to get me a nice pump. I superset it, or giant set it this with shrugs. This gym, the dumbbells only go up to 100 pounds. So instead of saying, well, I'm not going to do shrugs, I love dumbbell shrugs. I see a lot of guys doing barbell shrugs, you know, and barbell shrugs are cool. But for some reason, I've noticed that I get a better pump when I go with the dumbbells. And my neck doesn't hurt when I use the dumbbells. It seems like when I use barbell shrugs, you know, you have a tendency to go extremely heavy because it's a barbell and you kind of like, you can go heavier, but my neck always seems to hurt. And I don't do the bouncing like everybody else. I like to, you know, control the weight and squeeze at the top. You know, I don't like to just go in there and go all crazy, you know. So I got about 20 reps with 100-pound dumbbells. And then after this, it was pretty much time for me to get out of there, you know, and start the rest of my day.
I ain't the only one dropping stuff, huh? I'm getting out on video, so I'm keeping that. After hard days of training, I get to go change, go for 8 hours as a juvenile correction officer. Or for the state, they like to say senior youth worker. It's not the best job in the world, but it's rewarding in its own right. You help a lot of people. Give back. Truth be told, I could have easily been one of those juveniles. I was lucky and fortunate enough to have good people in my corner.
I can't go to jail cause them years have cost me. Don't get me wrong, lay a nigga down if he force me. I'd rather just sit back and roll the Dutch. Think about how I'ma put the game in the Cobra clutch. Think about how I'ma get the game over customs. Never underestimate niggas or over trust them. Yeah, them M's is right in my face. I just gotta throw my Timbs on and tighten my lace. If it don't...
Post-workout shake after every workout. Formula One Loop-De-Fruit, best on the market. I dare anybody to say something different. Ignition carb supplement, best on the market. I dare you to say something different, and I dare you to drink it and not fall in love with it.